So, a couple of questions, and the first one is the title, Sylvaine. What do you call it like that? What does it mean to you? And whether there were any options when you choosing the title of the band?
That's a good question. No, actually, when I was going to choose the name of the band, I decided that I wanted to kind of draw in elements that were important to the music, as well as to me personally, since it's kind of my personal project. And so I wanted to kind of have like the nature side of it. That's incredibly important to me on every level. And also I wanted to have some kind of like poetry influence or something, because it's been something that's inspired me for many, many years. So first I was thinking of this word Sylvaine, it was just like forest spirit, forest nymph, for the project, but I quite quickly discovered that there's a lot of bands that have this kind of name. So I wanted to blend this word Sylvain with a name of a poet, which is Paul Verlaine, which is a French poet. So in the end it just became Sylvain. So I like merged the two words. And then later I discovered that it's also a French name and a butterfly. So that was, I don't know, a bonus, or I don't know what you can call that.
Sylvain signed the Season of Mist label, such of monsters like Morbid Angel,
Yeah.
Mayhem, Septic Flesh, and how did you get to the Season of Mist? And what does it mean to you to be a part of such a big family?
I knew quite early that Season of Mist was one of those labels that I could be interested in working with, even though I would say that in their roster, when you see Sylvain along all of these other extreme bands, you're like, what is the deal with that? So, but I was contacting labels after I had recorded Wistful to try to find someone to work with, because I felt that I really wanted to make sure that the release for the album was as good as it deserved to be, with a bigger reach than I could have myself. So I was speaking to different contacts that I had, and there was actually 5 different labels interested in signing Sylvain. But in the end, Season of Mist, they gave me the best offer. And also, since I'm part-time living in France, it seemed like it made sense to have kind of my label close by. And I just knew that they had a good distribution. They had, like, you know, all this boring business stuff that was really good for the project, basically. And the guys are really cool too, so that helps. Yeah.
Because you're in Russia, you could expect this question. You have a track called Toska, which means yearning.
Yes, more or less, yeah.
Why do you choose that title? Maybe it's connected with your something stuff, or maybe it's something different. What it means for you?
I think basically this word Tosca, it was the best representative of the feeling I had for this song, and actually a feeling that I have in general when I write music, this feeling of kind of undescribable yearning for something. And I always kind of like the idea of using words that are not translatable into English, or, you know, stuff like that. So,
but it's in Latin. It sounds like toca.
yeah. So, but it's, for example, on Wistful, I have this Portuguese word. I think it's pronounced saudade or something like that, and it's similar. It's not really translatable in one word to English, and it's just the whole meaning of it, every color that these words mean reflected very well what the song held in it, basically. And that's why I found this word randomly, and I was like, that's beautiful, I have to use it.
questions. What types of music influenced your sound? Can you call some key bands or many key albums with?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. Pretty much anything that touches me, and that can be anything from classical music to hip hop to metal, to anything pretty much. But I would say one band that really was important to me, that when I discovered their music, there was kind of like a before and after. It was Typo Negative. Mm-hmm. So with them, I kind of was introduced to this idea of mixing really heavy things with very dreamy and ethereal, like romantic layers. And I fell in love. I just felt this was the way I wanted to express myself. And through them, I discovered bands like Cocktail Twins and Slow Dive and Dead Can Dance and all these things. That's later also inspired me a lot.
Okay. And you already have 2 full-length albums. Do you have maybe any news of the next release, or maybe it will be an EP or some video? What are you working now?
I'm actually finished with my 3rd album already. I'm almost finished. I'm missing 1 track, but everything else is more or less done. I just have to when I record demos, I try to make them as good as possible to have a very clear idea of how it sounds in the studio, so I know what to do in the studio more easily. And I just have to fix a few things in the demos, and that's pretty much it. I'm supposed to record the album in August this year.
This year?
This year, yeah.
Whoa.
So
you're so fast.
I try. You know, this thing with artists, when your inspiration kind of runs dry, it's always a horrible moment. So I really try to be as productive as I can when the inspiration is still here, because I know at some point it will go away for a little while. So yeah.
So this is it. This is our small interview. Thank you very much for your answers.
Thank you so much.
Really glad to see you here in Russia, and we will be very happy if you come back to play for us again.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, we're super happy to be here in Russia. It's so cool. It's only our 2nd show tonight, actually. So we're really, really happy that we can share that with the people of Moscow. And yeah, we definitely hope to come back again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Treachery of the mind, answers falling in shrine, severely oppressed, emotionally possessed.
A butterfly, so that was, I don't know, bonus, or I don't know.